Welcome to the Diversity Connector podcast, where we explore the rich tapestry of human experiences. I'm your host, Gertrude Mache, and I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the country on which we meet today. I would also like to pay my respects to elders, past, present, and emerging, and together as we dive into conversations that bridge cultures, challenge stereotypes, and celebrate the unique perspectives each of us brings to the table. Each episode is a journey through stories and insights from a kaleidoscope of voices, each sharing their colorful narrative. Whether you're at home, on the go, or just anywhere in between, you're now part of a community that values understanding, inclusivity, and the beauty of diversity. So plug in your headphones, get comfortable, and let's connect through the power of our shared stories. Welcome, and thank you for joining us on the Diversity Connector podcast. Hello, everybody. This is Gertrude Mache here in beautiful Melbourne, Australia. And today I am graced with the presence of yet another fascinating young woman. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our tribe. Please tell everybody your full name, where you're based, and share your story with us today.
Yeah, hello everybody. I'm Gala Grigoreva, the Chief Marketing Officer at Adsterra and the Community Leader of Women in Tech Cyprus. So as you got it, I'm based in Cyprus, in the sunny city of Limassol, and we have a real multicultural and tech hub here. I've been in marketing for more than 15 years already, and 9 years leading marketing teams and growing products in IT companies. I've been working with crypto projects, ad tech, and mobile apps, mobile loyalty programs. So I'm actually thrilled about working in tech, and women working in tech really inspire me a lot. And when I relocated to Cyprus, so I'm originally Russian. When I relocated to Cyprus to work here, I noticed that there is a lack of such a community, like an international community where we can support each other, empower one another, and learn from one another. And it's very important to my mind, because for women, it sometimes might seem challenging to promote themselves, just to speak up, to make their voice heard, and to provide role models. Well, to be role models by themselves and to learn from other role models. So there is a lack of such role models here as well. So what I decided to do actually is to first mentor women, and I got involved into Women in Tech global mentoring program, and I've been mentoring for a couple of years now. Not only women, of course, but mostly women, helping them, grow startups and their businesses and improve their marketing and product marketing skills. And then it was obvious that we need such a community, and we partnered with my company Adsterra, where I work with, partnered with Tech Island, which is a prominent nonprofit technology association uniting more than 350 technology companies here in Cyprus. And we decided to build such a community to start running meetups on a monthly basis. It was a year ago, and I'm very happy that we actually managed to keep up with this work. And on a monthly basis, we run such kind of meetups, and we also launched an educational program aimed at learning to advocate for yourself, which is, like a main demand actually for many women. You can learn a lot of soft skills, and you can also go deep into your core values, into your life values, and build your goals and the further career path based on these core values. And also we have different branches, like we're going to have tomorrow, for example. There will be a lady, a global director, coming from Poland. She's from Meta, and she will be our guest. So we're going to have a fireside chat with her, and I will be running an I'm Remarkable workshop. Probably you've heard about such a Google first initiative, I'm Remarkable. It's very, I think, important for not only for women, but also, well, for every gender actually to acknowledge your own accomplishments and to encourage other people to speak about their accomplishments, because it really helps not only in your career, but also personal life. So tomorrow we will have such a kind of an event, and we're also planning a huge summit here in Cyprus in September. Well, also I'm a curator and MC of a TEDx event. So we will have a TEDx talk in the end of March, and TEDx talk women. So it will be dedicated to women, and it will have female speakers only in the end of September. So I'm very happy actually to be engaged in such initiatives, and I feel that this mission is very important, and it drives me, forward. And it builds a real, connected community. So we have more than 430 members for now. So it's quite a lot for Cyprus, which is pretty small. So it's a very warm and supporting community, and very responsive. So we can help with jobs and project opportunities and mentorship opportunities. It's really nice.
What I would love to know is what inspired you to go into tech in the first place? What was the trajectory of your career?
Mm-hmm. Well, when I decided that my career should be connected with marketing, because I actually love building senses, like building meaningful communications, meaningful connections, and searching for real value. So real value means a lot to me. Then I was invited to the tech company to lead marketing there. And I actually understood that I could impact product growth. And it's really cool when marketing can bring a lot of insights, from the market, from the consumers, to your product team, to the business part. And I thought that was I would want to pursue. And innovations always inspired me a lot. So I'm really fond of, moderating something, innovating, and following different IT trends, AI trends. It really inspires, actually. But I think that, and what I value more is a cooperation, like kind of collaboration between human and technology. So I think that this blend is more powerful than just technology. So
Collaboration is the word for 2024 for sure.
Absolutely,
I think so much more done when people are banding together instead of trying to do things in isolation.
Right.
So diversity is increasingly recognized as a critical component of business success. How do you ensure diversity and inclusion are woven into the fabric of your organization's marketing strategies?
Actually, diversity and inclusion is a part of our corporate social responsibility program. So in Adsterra, more than 50%, I guess it's 52%, women work as on a C-level. And we have about 85% women directly responsible for revenue. So if we're talking, and 25% in the technical department, I mean, engineers, programmers. It's pretty huge for the technology industry, actually. So not many companies follow this, like guidelines, this philosophy. But I'm actually encouraging companies. And when last year I won the Forbes 20 Women in Tech Awards, I got an interview where I was like covering my vision, that it's important to encourage women go into tech. But for businesses, it's also important to make them remain in the industry because they are main caregivers, and they have to handle a lot of things. They have to build a work-life balance. Well, I have 2 kids, and it's not easy actually to balance my career, my projects, Women in Tech Cyprus, my family with 2 kids. It's just crazy. You can go crazy. So for businesses, it's important to provide, flexible working schedules, working arrangements. Probably to have, for bigger corporations, to have some nursery and facilities on site would be really great. But businesses should be interested in it. I mean, financially as well, to have some privileges, And in this aspect, it's absolutely necessary to try, for associations and non-commercial movements like ours, it's absolutely necessary to draw attention to this aspect and to connect businesses with the government so that they can, launch relevant programs to support businesses, to hire more women in tech and get them, remain there, and to increase interest in the tech among girls, among teenagers in schools.
Yeah, COVID actually proved that people are more productive if they're given that flexibility to work from home. And I think it was a good excuse for us to, find different ways of engaging women in the workplace. So I'm really glad that a lot of companies are moving towards that level of flexibility. People are more productive if they're able to have those kind of facilities. So, as a leader in the tech industry, how do you achieve or how do you approach the challenge of promoting diversity and inclusion within traditionally male dominated spaces?
Well, as I've said, I think it's absolutely necessary to claim it part of of the company's corporate social responsibility program. But it's not enough, of course. So it shouldn't be just, written statement and that's all. Businesses should be encouraged to launch educational programs, workshops, so that to, get rid of biases, so that to increase the number of allies in the company and remove microaggression phenomenon, I think it's necessary to bring more attention that diversity and inclusion actually increases companies' revenue. And it's like a proven fact. There were a lot of research and studies that proved that the revenue increases by 18% when the teams are really diverse. And I mean, not only men, women, different genders, different races and cultures. It's really cool when a lot of people can bring something else, something their own, very specific. And it can actually build a very unique and authentic corporate culture. So, they have to do a lot. I mean, businesses have to do a lot. Not only have it like on paper or on their website, but when we have reports, okay, we have such kind of workshops, we have such kind of programs, and a lot of people have gone through these programs, and we have this number of allies. I think it's very important to know.
And to practice what you preach.
Absolutely.
So, could you share some specific initiatives or programs that you've implemented at Adsterra to foster a diverse and inclusive work culture, particularly within the marketing team?
Oh, well, speaking about the marketing team, it's interesting, but we have more ladies there. While we were considering actually in men and women, so for us it doesn't matter whom to hire, but somehow it appeared that we have more ladies there. Probably because marketing, was like considered for ages considered to be a female-dominant industry, but it's not like this. So we have to, avoid such biases as well. But speaking about like programs, we have a support group are a female support group where ladies can, exchange their knowledge and their concerns, where they can address different issues and challenges and raise attention. And it's like a supporting group where we can, empower one another, where we can share links to different workshops and things like that. And Women in Tech Cyprus is actually a part of Adsterra's CSR program, as I've said, and Adsterra supports it financially. And it's, the status is a community partner because we also distribute information about this community and movement, but we also support it financially. So we make it the movement, go and grow here in Cyprus.
That is fantastic. It's really good to see things moving in that direction. So, given your international experience, how do you navigate cultural nuances and diversity considerations when executing global marketing campaigns?
Global marketing campaigns, right? Well, I think it's not actually easy for marketing to market something globally and, meet needs and preferences of local audiences. So for me, it's a challenge actually. But what we do, we research a lot and we hire people on places, so we have marketing representatives in Brazil, for example, and in Indonesia. We have a business development manager in India. So these are our target markets, and we communicate with them a lot. So we try to, prove what we do actually with them. So whether this message works, whether these, colors or banners work with the local audience, and if it's okay, to address something, if it's okay to use some specific words. So I think it's necessary to research a lot to understand your audience. Well, it's like some marketing basics, And when you learn, you can tailor your messaging, you can tailor your marketing channels to meet requirements, to meet expectations of local audiences. So localization is also a huge activity, like a huge, domain within our marketing teams. So we do a lot so that to localize our landing pages, our messaging, our advertising, so that to, get right at the heart of the local audiences.
That's fantastic. Now, I live and breathe TED Talks. I watched your TED Talk. Congratulations on the message that you're sharing. You emphasize the importance of embracing diversity in tech. Now, how do you translate that message into actionable steps within your role at Adsterra?
Well, first of all, knowing that diversity can increase companies' revenues. So companies should be interested in it financially as well. It's not easy to convey this message that, okay, businesses, you should do this just because you should do this, just because it's trendy, for example. So for them, it might not work because they should be interested financially. When we have these proofs that it actually increases revenue, okay, let's do something. What we can do? We can, for example, set some standards in our corporate social responsibility program that, for example, the quantity of women working in our company should be no less than 50%, for example. We may run some educational programs and workshops. Or, for example, we may send people for training somewhere else. So we can partner with different associations and, for example, EU funded, well, speaking about Cyprus, right? EU funded programs. For example, Women in Tech Cyprus supports, we are a community partner of the female startup founders program, which is launched by the Cyprus Computer Society, and it is supported by EU and Erasmus. So it's like a co-founded project. So partnering with such projects and with such programs, organizations may also help businesses, increase diversity, improve the situation in their companies, and learn more about world best practices.
That's awesome. Now, as a mentor at Women in Tech Cyprus, how do you empower women in tech industry to thrive and overcome the barriers to entry or achievement?
Well, thanks a lot for this question. Actually, it's my favorite part, I think, because I envision my mission as to inspire women, to give them my warmth, my support, and to empower them even with words, even, with your own energy. Because for many women, having a huge tech background, and various diplomas, and they have a lot of years working in tech, but they still lack confidence. So they don't have it, and they just need it. They need someone to say, you can do that. Okay, go ahead, just do that. And let's have a look at how we can do that together. Let's draw your, career path. This is your point A. Okay, and what do you want to do? Okay, you want to go to point B. Is it really what you want? So let's go deep into your values. Let's go deep into your beliefs, into your core. And when we understand it, we can, divide this path, divide this journey into different milestones. Okay, what you can do today so that to, progress on your journey, so that to go to milestone 1, and then what we can do, to get to milestone 2, and so on and so forth. So actually, I love to give a lot of practical, practice and actionable tips. But for me, it's even more important to inspire and to give that support a lot of women really need.
I love it. Yeah, it's absolutely necessary right now.
Yeah.
Now, with your expertise in influencer marketing, how do you ensure diversity and representation amongst the influencers collaborates with your organizations?
Well, speaking about the affiliate marketing industry my company works in, it's not easy actually to find female influencers. So there are not many, but what we do, that's actually very interesting, and I want to share it for sure. We feature our best clients who managed to reach something really great. I mean, they, for example, managed to place our advertising codes on their website and achieve some revenue level, and they are actually open to share their expertise, to share their case studies, and we welcome them. So we say, in our email blast or on our blog, we have an announcement that we welcome case studies. So please share your experience, and we can pay for that. We actually pay for each case study. And first, we had a lot of case studies from men, preferably, because you see webmasters, website owners, bloggers. There are a lot of men among them. But we started featuring women, and we noticed that among our audience, there are, the quantity of women is increasing. And we noticed that there were so successful ladies that we actually started posting their case studies on our blog, under the roof that we are actually encouraging women to share, to go into this industry, to become webmasters, to start monetizing traffic, to start their entrepreneurship journey. We encourage them, and we can help, and we can also share their case studies so that to empower other women, so that to encourage
Yes.
other female webmasters do the same. So I think
It's a very male-dominated space right now, the influencer marketing.
Yes, absolutely.
More women need to be represented. So could you discuss a specific instance where embracing diversity in marketing led to a tangible, positive outcome for Adsterra or one of its clients?
Well, it's all about, I think, localizing something and tailoring your message. So it's reflected in your communications. Well, in our communications with our clients. So when we feature something, like I've said, like I've mentioned, on our website, and we start promoting it in our social media, we show that everything is possible. I wouldn't say that it actually brought something really specific. I mean that we are open to work with anyone, and it doesn't matter whether men or women or other genders we're working with, so it doesn't matter.
Well, that's good. Now, as the CMO with a global perspective, how do you leverage diversity as a competitive advantage in a highly competitive tech industry?
Well, yeah, if we're talking about like future programs for companies, diversity is necessary, and many companies understand it. And I think that we will see, and I can envision like a bright future for diversity. And when we understand that diversity is also very profitable, as I've mentioned before, more and more businesses will get interested in, providing, ensuring diversity in their working environments. So I see that the sooner tech businesses will embark on this journey, the better for them. So yeah, for now, it can be like a competitive advantage. Okay, we are a great employer. We have a high level of diversity, come and work with us. And it can be like a marketing advantage as well. But I'm sure that in the nearest future, it won't be a case, because it's very, it's basic, it's standard. It should be standard at least. And no one would use it as their own, competitive advantage, because everyone will do it. Finally.
I love it. Now, the last question I have for you is, if you could go back and have a conversation with the younger you, that young woman who left Russia with visions and dreams of going to another country and getting into tech, what 3 nuggets of wisdom would you give her? What would you have wanted somebody to have told you before you left home?
Oh, it's very, touching. Well, what I've got from my experience, from my background, is that I did a lot of things completely alone. And there was nobody, supporting me, encouraging me. I was like crazily self-motivated. So I would actually say that no matter who will be there by your side, it's very important to believe in yourself. Just believe in yourself, and don't think that you're not worth it, that you don't deserve it just because you are from a small town, just because you don't have a really, cool education of Cambridge or Harvard. It doesn't matter. You can do that. If you want it, you can do that. And you should believe in yourself. And what's actually important is to search for like-minded individuals, like-minded people, so that to build your supportive community. So for example, this year for me, well, I'm 41 already, and I've recently come to this, conclusion that it's very important. And I can do that. Actually, I've been building communities for all my life. So this year should be even more powerful for me in building communities. And I do it everywhere. At my work, within Women in Tech Cyprus, within my musical career, well, everywhere I go, I build communities. So this is the second wisdom, I would say. And the third one, well, to learn, because I've been learning, well, for all my life. So I never stop actually educating myself. And I think it's very important to empower yourself. So not that just to be self-confident, just because you are, a woman. Okay, you should respect me because I'm a woman. Be a professional, a true professional. Educate yourself, find something really important to yourself. Not everything, from the market. Don't grab everything. You should be very focused and very determined and very assertive on your way. And at the same time, stay authentic. So for me, it's like a huge game, playing all the time, being a woman, being very feminine, and at the same time, being very strong, very powerful, and I hope smart enough.
Love it. I love it. You do have to hold on to our femininity, regardless of what industry we're working in. I think a lot of women end up trying to be like men, and it can go against you as well. No, thank you so much for this interview, Gala. I thoroughly enjoyed connecting with you. Very excited to see what you're doing, and feel really privileged to have connected with you this way. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Gertrude. Thank you. It was really inspiring. Thanks a lot.
So we are going to be having a conference in Europe later in the year. It might be in September. At the moment, I've got collaborators with Women in Tech in Germany. So I'll be reaching out to you and seeing if you can come and be one of our speakers if you're available. I'll give you all the dates once we lock that in.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I'd love to participate.
And how can people get hold of you? Do you have a particular website you would like to direct people to? Our audience is global. We have a lot of European followers. What is the website you'd like me to share?
Well, I actually think that my LinkedIn page is the first, channel to find me and to get connected. So I welcome everyone to follow me there, to add me there, and we can collaborate. And we have a Women in Tech Cyprus page on LinkedIn as well. So you will see a lot of posts on my feed, dedicated to women empowerment.
I love that.
I'll be very happy to get connected with you.
Let me just add your full name. So in case anybody wants to look for you on LinkedIn, that's your spelling of your name, which is very unusual and unique. So you can't miss her. Thank you so much, Gala. And I will be in touch with you next week so we can get your story into our magazine as well.
Great. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for your attention and for being with me as well. Thank you.
It's been awesome. Bye for now, everybody. I'll be back again tomorrow with yet another amazing guest. In the meantime, have a fantastic day, morning, or evening, wherever you are in the world. And bye for now. Thank you, Gala.
Thank you. Bye.
And that's a wrap, everybody, on today's episode of the Diversity Connector podcast. Thank you for tuning in and being part of our vibrant and global conversation. I'm your host, Gertrude Mache, and it's been an honor to share this space with you, where voices from all walks of life come together to weave a tapestry of diverse perspectives. Remember, every story you've heard today is a thread in the larger fabric of our shared humanity. So, as you step back into your world, carry these stories with you and let them inspire you to embrace and celebrate the rich diversity around us. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review our podcast to help us share these inspiring stories with more listeners. Do follow us on social media by looking for the Diversity Connector podcast for more updates. Until then, keep connecting, keep listening, and keep celebrating the beauty of diversity. This is the Diversity Connector podcast signing off. Stay curious, stay open, and definitely stay connected.